I'm gonna show you how to sit in a barrel. See this side groove right here? When you lay sideways in a barrel, you gotta move this dumbbell back, because look, if I was gonna lay sideways, I want my leg to like lay out of this. I scoot back, so my leg is not like sticking out here. I go back because my bottom leg is actually active. It's squeezing against this barrel. Then you lay yourself down and you have a straight spine. So you're not working like this. See how I'm not in a straight spine? We're in Pilates. We're trying to get alignment with the body. So if you're gonna hold yourself on your elbow, that means you have to find your own alignment here. So we just generally will start it like this. And let's just say I'm doing a move against the bar, for example, or a jump board. You keep your back straight and try not to lean forward. A lot of times that's a common mistake. And when you press, you lengthen your body. Or whatever move you're doing. We do some things where your arm is moving, your leg. Let me just show you a couple of these moves. One of the moves we do is we put this on our foot. So I've taken the long loop, put it on my foot here, lay myself down, get all settled in, squeeze my hamstring with that bottom leg so my bottom leg is active. It's not just hanging out here. I'm pulling it against the edge of the seat. And then I'm gonna line myself up so my knee is pressing right up and against the strap or the rope. Brace the core, and this is called a bend and a press. And when we bend and press, we're always trying to stay one with our strap. See how this is along my shin here? And as you press, you pull back. And even when I pull back, I'm keeping that rope on my leg. And when I come forward, same idea. I go as far as I can with my shin touching it. So I have to bend my leg more in order to keep this on me. I'm actually using my hamstring to keep the rope engaged here, but I'm also using my glutes. So that is how you do a bend and press in the barrel. Now here is another move. When we do an arm movement and we're pulling the strap, this is where you'd reach the arm out and your legs might be together here and you'd be doing an arm pull. Now, I wouldn't do the same spring on my leg that I'm doing my arm, especially because at Core 10, everything's like a minute. But let's say you're doing a move where you feel like this has gotten a little bit too heavy. All you have to do is escape into the long loop. When hands generally go in short ones, but you go the long one to make it a little bit easier because now I'm not stretching the spring quite as much. Let me show you how to sit in the barrel when you're facing the front. When you sit down in a barrel, your height matters. Somebody who's shorter, this is no problem for them to sit all the way inside the seat. But I want to make sure that I'm able to tilt my pelvis, and I'm not sitting like this, but I'm actually tilting my pelvis. And if I'm on the foot bar or a jump board, I really don't have to come all the way home, especially if I'm on a jump board. But I'm going to tilt the pelvis and then lift the ribs up. And a lot of times we'll start it like this when we're pressing. Now this, pushing on some dumbbells, kind of like their handles, will help support you. My elbows are back. I'm kind of picking up my body weight so that when I'm pressing, I'm scooping here, staying lifted. So I'm like forehead over my sternum. I'm not like this. I'm really trying to stay lifted up through the roof of my mouth. So as I'm pressing to the back, I can support myself. If my arms are really long, I could actually say I don't need dumbbells, I'll just support myself with my hands. If you have a longer spine and you can't truly press right on your sacrum, just scoot yourself forward a little bit more and then look like a little airspace back here. So now I'm pressing, really deep scoop here. And then same idea, so when you press away, you're pressing and you're scooping, squeezing the glutes, lifting the ribs up and over, not laying back, but the more you press, the more you scoop. And really important, press down on the edge of that seat because that's gonna make a big difference in engagement of the glutes, both directions. If you find that sitting in the barrel hurts your back though, you don't have enough support. I mean, it's just too hard right now. You're gonna get stronger, you'll be able to do it, but let me show you how to modify. You're gonna step out and let me show you how this looks on the bottom. You're gonna take this off. The seat detaches, get rid of it. Turn this around. Now you know how we were set before? I had on the middle notch. That's like the regular setting. Modified version. You put the high end of the barrel back here, but I didn't go middle of the notch. I'm now gonna sit on the mat way up here, and you have all those notches up open. So now when I sit down, I'm on the mat, and look, I've got a lot of back support. I don't have to hold myself upright against all this spring load. It's just gonna be a little bit easier. Now, when you press away, you'd want to make sure, again, you're tucking, you're pressing with your sacrum right up and against the seat. You'll feel like your butt is a little bit light. And then you can do all the arm work, or you can eliminate the arm work and just hold like this and keep the scap wrap, do all the leg positions we're doing, jumping, whatever it is. Here's another way though. If you really find this is still too much, then you could turn it and I went back here and I could sit up. Now I'm not gonna lay back. Now I have a lot of back support. It's not gonna be on my sacrum. It's gonna be my lower back being supported. So this is another position. You can see I'm more upright, and this is easier on the core. It's still a little bit of work. You can progress to the one I just showed you, and then eventually you'll be strong enough to sit in the chair also.